Hi, comic book fans, and welcome to another suddenlycomics.com video. I'm delighted to say it's a price variant show. We missed last week. It was all my fault. I was away in the New Forest with my wife and my motorhome. Right, but so situation normal, and Allan has put together Pollitt's picks of the hottest Silver Age comics of last week. When I say hottest, I've got to put this in abbreviated commas here because we're looking at DC this week, especially for me. But we showed 5 on Alan's channel, 5 DC keys, of which I got about 3 of them, and they'd all gone down in value. So this is not good news. So there's 5 more here. Let's hope one of them has gone in the right direction. Right, let's share screen, and what are we looking at? We are looking at a Hawkman, another Hawkman,
but this is Brave and the Bold Hawkman.
This is Brave and the Bold. I love this cover.
So this is the first Silver Age appearance of both Hawkman and Hawkgirl. So pretty major key, because they really did change the whole origin story around both characters. So major key for Hawkman. I actually like it. It's a dragon cover. You gotta
introducing the winged wonder in a high-flying 4-part adventure, creature of 1,000 shapes. That creature looks physically impossible. That head
would not fit from that tunnel that just came out.
Probably wouldn't. I was going to say the neck wouldn't support it, but it does have wings on its head. So
yeah, well, that's to keep the head up.
Is it? Okay, right. I love this. I've got a couple of copies of this.
Oh, nice. I only have the 1 copy, but
not in high grade. I collect Brave and the Bold, as you know, so I've had my copies for a long time.
So this copy is interesting because you're speaking of high grade copies. This is a reasonably high grade copy, and it's an old label.
It is.
And whenever people see that old label, they're like, "Oh, I can crack it, press it, get that extra high grade." And it looks like one where there could be a little bit of cleaning that you could do and get it maybe a little higher grade.
Yeah, I mean the spine's good.
Yeah,
the staples there, they're pretty tight. You're right. I think this might benefit from a clean and press. Maybe you could get 758 out of that.
Yeah, so this is one where, like, usually people kind of put that into the price a little bit. So we'll see if this, even
so
is down from that. You know what I mean?
70 for 840, I think sounds cheap again, Alan. I suspect this has gone.
I think so too, but we'll see.
70, 840.
And there's only 800 and... Is it way down again?
Yeah.
Oof. This one looks like it had a bit of a COVID bump, by the way. There's a bit of a bump from that.
It is, actually. Why did it have a COVID bump?
Yeah, that's really interesting.
Hawkman in the Black Adam movie? I don't know.
Maybe. That would definitely make sense, yeah. And there was also the Titans show, right?
Yes, yeah.
So, so this is like, what was the peak on this book?
1440, and this is just sold
almost down half, like 40% down.
40% down. Not as bad as the last one you looked at, but down again. 6 out of 6.
Wow, that's pretty bad. Okay. And this was a random sampling in a way. I just said, is it a key or not? And then I looked at all of the keys.
Yeah. This isn't just to punish me for not being here last week, is
it? Maybe. See, you got to come more often or you're going to destroy the market.
Well, this is one of the advantages of being a long-term holder of comics like this is,
that will become a blip in terms of the long-term. It's sort of similar if we had looked at it back when that other spike many years ago. You can see there was other spikes in the past, like right there, and then there was a drop. It all gets, over time, it just gets like, it looks like a flat line. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
If I want to cheer myself up, if I go back to 2003 and say it's 560 and now it's 840, there's a sort of gradual line upwards, isn't there?
Yeah. So that's a good sign.
Yeah, I'll try and convince myself of that. Right.
So 800 and how many on the census?
It
803?
was quite low, this one, isn't it? 894. Yeah.
94. Okay. So
Hmm.
yeah, very I mean,
100,000.
that's what's always interesting about DC books is how low the census counts are.
Yeah.
I mean, these are pretty low. Okay. So what's
Six
next book?
down, Alan. What are you doing to me? Right. Oh, I haven't got this one. So if this one
This is
is down,
another major key.
it just means I've got an opportunity to go and buy it cheap. Right. What is this? This is
The first prototype Supergirl.
oh uh Dick Spran and Stan K art. Supergirl tryout.
Yeah.
Superman returns to Krypton.
Now this is an interesting one because they actually call her Supergirl. She's actually closer to Supergirl look than the original Supergirl, the one that we know as being the first Supergirl. She's wearing the red bottoms and blue top. If
Yeah.
you look at the very first Supergirl comic, which is Action Comics 251, I believe,
Yeah.
she's wearing a blue bottom and a blue top.
Okay.
This is more close to what most people think of when they think of Supergirl's look, which is interesting.
Yeah, and she looks a bit more like a woman there than a girl, doesn't she?
Well, yeah, but they always call girls women, women girls, I should say.
Right. Okay. A 7.0 sounds like a pretty good grade to me. For a $900. Oh, I've got a feeling this one's going to be down as well.
Well, hopefully not, but we'll see. Low census count. Wow, 400 of these.
This is really rare. Yeah, down again.
And actually, there was a huge spike way back when. That was
I
probably around when the Supergirl show came out.
Oh yeah, big spike. 2.7. And what did this go to for the 900? Hmm.
Down a third, down to a third. Wow.
Not good. This has not got a good trend on it at all, has it?
Actually has a terrible trend line. Like not really doing that well overall.
Yeah, I mean, it's not done nothing in 8 years.
That's really bad. But this is one where I actually like this book because I think it's a cool you know I like these kind of prototype characters, or kind of, maybe is it really a first appearance kind of character.
Yeah.
um it's a different character than, like, it's like, I think the story goes that she's like a character that was like a wish, I believe, by Jimmy Olsen.
Oh, right.
and
Okay.
and then she's gone at the end of it, like she's
Oh,
no
okay.
longer.
Yeah. It's a temporary appearance.
Very temporary appearance, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, James Gunn is going to he's going to be having a Supergirl, isn't he? So
Yeah, I mean, Supergirl is a cool character, so
I
I
think
you know I feel like these are underrated.
yeah, well, that's another one down. Okay. Oh,
And this is another big book. These are all big books,
this is the first
all
break.
major keys. First Brainiac. I really love this book, by the way. This is just one of the great super villains. First Brainiac.
Oh, it's first appearance of the shrunken city of Kandor.
Well, I didn't know that, but yeah. Oh, Shrunken City of Kandor. Do you know much about the Shrunken City of Kandor?
Well, it sits inside a bell jar, doesn't it?
Okay, so yeah, wow, you know more about it than I do. So yeah, that's cool.
Um, the Super Jewel in space.
Hmm.
Very good. All right. Okay. Another one on my want list. Maybe now's the right time to get it.
We'll find out.
A 1,800 for a 4.0. That sounds a bit healthier, Alan.
I don't think so. I think I know this is usually a very pricey book, but we'll find out. We'll find out.
It's not down as much as everything else. No, it's down a little, but it's holding.
It had a really big spike way back when. I'm not sure why. Maybe because Superman movie or speculation around, some.
When have we ever had Brainiac on the list?
No, but it could have been like, a movie coming announcement that there's a Superman movie and people thinking, oh, we're going to get Brainiac in it, and then you'll get like some weird spike, right?
No,
but actually, this one looks very on the trend. There was no COVID bump either. So.
No COVID bump. I think that's about on trend, and I'm counting that as a not down, but I'm not counting it as an up.
No record, but definitely not as down as we had seen so far. How rare is this book?
How rare is it? I think it'll probably be quite rare. 625 of them.
Wow, rare book.
Look, somebody's selling a 3.0 here for 374.
Wow, so just it shows like people on eBay didn't get the memo.
374. Ooh, that sounds quite tempting, Alan.
374?
Yeah.
That's very tempting. That seems very low, doesn't it?
Well, it's a bid at the moment.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I always see those bid ones double or triple at the very last second. Yeah.
Ooh, I wonder how much longer that. Should we go and have a look, see how much longer that's got on it, Alan?
Yeah, we got to go. So, are we going to buy a comic as we're doing this? Oh, it's already. Yeah, it's at 500. It's Canadian too. You know what's interesting? This is a tip for anyone watching right now. If you buy Canadian books, they're usually cheaper. And I don't mean Canadian price variance, but I mean books that are in Canada, because a lot of Americans will be like, oh, I don't want to deal with the shipping from Canada to US. So generally the Canadian auctions don't do as well. So you can get some really good deals on Canadian books.
Well,
from Canadian vendors.
That's about 1,200 Canadian dollar book, isn't it? How many Canadian dollar? How much? 1,200 Canadian is about 1,000 American, isn't it? Was it 1.3?
It's almost like it would be 900. About 900 American. Right. All these exchange rates. So this would be like around $400 US. 3 something, like high threes.
374 it says, yeah.
Yeah.
That's low.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's going to go up obviously at the end. Like always people bid at that last 10 seconds, right?
How much time has it got left? 2 days. I'm going to watch it, Alan. I'm going to watch it.
Will Mark buy the next Brainiac? Stay tuned and you'll find out.
Well, I'm watching it, guys. It ends on Tuesday. Next week, you'll find out whether I bought a comic in Canada. Wow. Right. Okay. Well, let's get back on track. You've distracted me, Alan. Right.
And this is another big one.
Oh, is that the first Mr. Freeze?
Yes. And he's not Mr. Freeze. It's Mr. Zero.
That's right. He gets a name change, doesn't he?
Yeah. But this is a great one. He's on the cover. It's like totally, you see his powers. Everything's going on for this book. Yeah. Nice bubble helmet thing going on too. Ice Crimes of Mr. Zero.
Fantastic. Right, I want that one as well.
Batman 121. You're
being a bad boy now, Alan, because you keep showing me all these comics that I want. Right. Oh, this one's pricey. 3.0 for 2,100. Oh, okay.
I think when I was looking at, like, I have a 2.0 of this. Yeah. I think it was around in that 1,500 range or 1,000 range that I paid.
Sounds like we might be all right. It might be this one hasn't gone down. Okay, Batman.
I think this is down slightly. Would be my guess.
3.
My guess.
Down a bit, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Not too bad. It's on the trend line. There was a bit of a bump earlier, like a bit of a bump.
It's got a nice trend to it.
Yeah, it's got a good trend to it.
I'm counting that as another strike, Alan. I'm counting that as not down.
Okay, so good. So we're doing better on your list. so far. Okay, so this one, what's the peak on this one?
Well, not far off it. 2-3.
Yeah, that's what I would have guessed. I would have guessed 2-3 for this book,
4.
strangely.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so and how many on the census?
903.
Okay, a little bit more on the census. Actually, I'm surprised how many on the census. It's always a pricey book. This is a loved character. It's like 1958, if I remember correctly.
It's probably about right. 59. Oh, it's nearly my birthday book. Not quite.
Oh wow, 59. So, it's sort of like Atomic Age, early Silver Age kind of book.
Mm.
Very cool book.
Yeah.
Are you going to go out and buy this one too now?
Yes, we like the pun there, Alan. Right. Okay, to the next one. This is our last one, guys. Oh, and it's a biggie, and I've got this one as well. So I've got this one. I think this
First
is.
appearance of Starro.
I think this is down. I think this is down because I do watch this one.
Yeah, I feel like this is down too because I remember mine's a low grade, and I paid like 2,000 for mine. I'm pretty sure, like, or 1,800 or something like that. I think it was $100 per point was kind of, or $1,000 per point was kind of the price, I should say.
Mm.
So it should be around 3,500 would be my guess.
Yeah, I mean we've shown this one a lot, haven't we? Because this is the first cover appearance of Aquaman as well.
Yes, first cover appearance of Aquaman and Martian Manhunter.
And the first Starro, the first Justice League. I mean, this should be up there with Amazing Fantasy 15. Anyway,
exactly.
It isn't. Right. So 2-4 for a 3-5.
Yeah, and as I said, I normally see it as $1,000 per point, so I'm gonna say that it's down.
It is down.
I'm gonna guess.
Yeah, down.
No, actually, not too bad. Doesn't look too bad. Maybe I was a little bit off on the estimation.
I can't think it's a down, Alan. It's
What was the peak on it?
This peak was June 2021 at 4177.
Yeah, see what I was saying about $1,000 per point.
Yeah, so it's down quite a bit. I mean, it's back to the 20. Oh, wait, see, 1 minute. What was it? 2-4. So it's back to what you'd have paid for it in 2015, Alan.
Wow. But if you think about it, there was a few reasons why this book kind of was a little bit hot in terms of like prices. Because there was the Justice League movie, there was like a whole bunch of things that didn't really perform well. So, and then there was also the Snyder cut that came out that kind of maybe made the book kind of come up again, and that didn't really pan out. So yeah, I think this book kind of suffered. And also Suicide Squad 2 had the Starro in it, so lots of things.
Yeah. Right. Well, I'm thoroughly depressed now. I'm only going to get cheered up if I can buy that first Brainiac for $380.
Yeah, that would be a steal. That would be definitely a steal if you. I don't think you'll get it for that, but we'll see.
Right, stop sharing. Okay. So, yeah, very good. Right, that's it. That's your lot.
I'm sorry. I'm
hanging somewhere because of the decrease in value of my collection of DC comics. You can blame Allan.
Okay, so, I'm sorry.
8 downs and 2 flats out of 10 comics there. So I expect you're going to go back and do all Marvel next week, aren't you, Allan?
Yeah, it's all Marvel next week. So you can sort of make fun of all the Marvel people next week. So.
Okay. Thanks for watching, guys. See you again next week. That is your lot.